Hey guys, before I get into this video, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for 1K subs. I know it may not be a lot, but just the fact that I got here, it's really special to me. And I've gotten so much support and encouraging comments from you guys, and it really does mean a lot to me. I enjoy reading y'all's comments, and especially some of your experiences or stories that you guys share. And with that, let's get into it. GTA 6 is finally nearing its release date, hopefully, with it set to come out in November of this year. And it makes me worried for the future of gaming. Not in the sense of this is the end or some kind of black pill, everything sucks. But for AAA gaming, it's got me concerned. If you don't know, GTA 6 is being sold at $80 just for the base game. Now, you may be asking, well, what's so bad about that? It's GTA. I've waited however long for this game. I don't mind. And you know what? That's great. I'm glad you're getting the game you want. I'm not going to tell people how to spend their money. If you're excited for this game and you're going to buy the Ultra Uber Supreme Edition that gives you a ticket to the real life strip club where they filmed the dancing scenes, you know what, man? You enjoy that. But I'm worried for the precedent that this sets. Do you guys remember when COD told us that they were going to sell their games for $70? Well, it just keeps going up. And this was for the AAA gaming scene, by the way, not AA or indie gaming. They're still fine as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen any crazy price hikes. But for AAA gaming, they just want to keep upping the price of games. And I really have a feeling that when GTA 6 comes out, and it inevitably breaks records, because it will, I feel like all the other AAA gaming companies will see this and go, okay, now we need to do the same as well. And I mean, they most likely will, as they did it when one of them started selling games for $70. We saw it with Jedi Survivor, COD, I think God of War Ragnarok was $70 on console. All these games that are AAA, when they saw someone else sell a game for $70, the rest of them wanted a piece of it. And I really think that GTA 6 will cause the same exact thing to happen. These corporations will see that consumers are willing to pay $80 for a base game. We may not see it happen immediately, as you know, it takes time for games to be developed now, but I'd be willing to bet within a year or two, all other gaming companies will start to make their games $80 as well. And I know you're going to say, well, what's the problem? It's because of inflation, stuff is more expensive, yada yada yada. Well, that wouldn't be as big of a deal if I actually owned the game. You aren't going to own GTA 6 physically. You don't own the game. You have a digital copy that can be taken away at any point in time. Even the boxes that are being sold in stores apparently have nothing but a digital code in them. And here's where I really want to get into the main concern. The fact that we see another price increase and the fact that you will not physically own a copy of GTA 6. How many more companies are going to do this? You will own nothing and be happy. Pay for a product, but not physically own it. Some of you may not see a problem with this still. Oh, well, they would never take a game away if I paid for it. Well, everyone likes to think that way, but it recently just happened with Anthem. That game is just gone, like forever as far as I'm aware. EA removed it from anyone's library that still had it. All you got was a message that it was removed. Of course, you may say, well, that game was bad and dead anyways. Okay, but what's stopping it from happening again? It's a slippery slope that I don't think most people realize. These companies are going to start small. They wouldn't be dumb enough to start with something big like GTA 6 or a brand new AAA release, of course. You start small and you work your way up to see what people are willing to tolerate. I mean, how many of you even heard about that with Anthem? If barely any of you knew about it, that's the point. They don't want an uproar about it because it would fundamentally change the way a lot of people look at purchasing games nowadays. If my game at any point in time can be just taken away from me, why would I pay for it? And this is also why we've seen such a huge spike in sailing the high seas now. Why do I want to pay for something that I don't own? I don't want to waste my money, but mark my words, we will see this happen later down the line with the bigger title. May not happen next year, but I would be willing to bet you it's going to get to a point where these companies start removing these games because, I don't know, maybe it's too expensive to maintain the servers and it was an always online game, so they just decide, the game's been out for a year. Let's go ahead and shut it down or remove it and just move on to the next title. And of course, that's just speculation. I'm not saying that's actually going to happen, but we saw it with Anthem, and that's just opening the door for it to happen again later and even more frequently if people don't speak out about it. Because the thing with this kind of stuff, again, it's only going to get worse if you just put up with it, if you don't say anything, if you just let it slide. They will keep seeing what they can get away with. Okay, side note here, after looking into it some more, oh my gosh, if it's actually going to stay this way and this is true, in my opinion, this is unacceptable. So according to sources, the $80 base game of GTA 6, right? Which is what most people would buy and are going to think is the base game with all the single player content, right? Everything that you would want. Well, apparently that version is locked out of specific customization options for the characters and maybe some car customizations. Guys, this is the single player mode. You are being locked out of single player cosmetics that are included in the game. The way to get access to them is the $100 Ultimate Edition, $20 extra to have access to that stuff. I'm just saying, it's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Look, I get pre-order bonuses, but locking content that should be in the base game behind an extra $20? Come on. So the quote, base game is technically $100. Crazy. Now, if you made it to the end, I know this isn't the usual what happened to video, but I wanted to try and branch out the content some. I don't want to get burnt out making the what happened to episodes, because I feel like if I limit myself to that, I'm going to lose motivation to make them pretty quickly. I'm really passionate about video games and, well, you know, all the nerdy, dorky stuff in general, and I do like to talk about it. But you guys let me know if you enjoy having some side content to digest while you wait for the main video essays, or if you just enjoy my soothing voice to fall asleep to, because I've seen my analytics and a lot of y'all watch me at like 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. So I don't know, maybe I have a relaxing voice to fall asleep to, or maybe my voice causes you to use that crusty sock laying in the corner of your bedroom before you go to sleep. I don't know. But overall, what do you think? Do you think GTA 6 is going to mark the era of $80 or $100 price tags for games? And how do you feel about not physically owning games anymore? Are you concerned, or does it not bother you? That's all I've got for now. Remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night.